19,300 rupees, and a man had to dig up a grave. The question is not about what just happened to this particular gentleman in Odisha. The question is, what has the system really become? We bring to you next a story that is as heartbreaking as it is horrifying. It is a story that forces us to look at the massive gap between the digital India we talk about in our boardrooms and the lived reality of our tribal communities. A tribal man from a remote village in Odisha's Keonjhar district did something no one could have imagined. His name is Jitu Munda. He is around 50 years old and lives in Dayanali village. His elder sister, Kalra Munda, passed away on the 26th of January this year. She had about 20,000 rupees, 19,300 rupees in her savings account at the Maliposi branch of Odisha Grameen Bank. Jitu needed that money badly. He went to the bank many times to withdraw it, but the staff kept telling him that the account holder must come in person. He explained again and again and again that his sister is no more. She's passed away. She's dead. Still, they refused. Frustrated and helpless, Jitu took an extreme step. He went to the graveyard, dug up his sister's grave, took out her decomposed skeletal remains, and walked nearly 3 kilometers with them to the bank. Visuals on your screens, viewer discretion advised. And he placed the remains there at the bank as proof that his sister was no longer alive. That's the extent that Jitu had to go through. And the scene shocked everyone at the branch. Customers and staff were stunned. Police reached the spot after getting information about the protest. They intervened and calmed the situation. The local administration has also now stepped in. They have directed the bank to process Jitu's claim on priority once he submits the proper death certificate. He still has to submit the death certificate. The bank, on its part, says Jitu came in a drunken state and demanded the money. They point out that rules do not allow anyone to withdraw from another person's account without proper consent or documents. They say settlement can only happen after a death certificate is produced, as per standard banking procedure. And this incident has now sparked anger across the country. People are asking how a poor tribal man who is illiterate was pushed to such a point. Many are calling it a failure of the system that is supposed to serve ordinary citizens, especially in rural and tribal areas. India has a president who comes from a tribal community. Yet, in this case, a simple tribal man had to run from pillar to post and finally carry his sister's bones, the skeletal remains, just to access a small amount of money that was legally his sister's savings. The big questions that we must unearth. If a man is driven to exhume a body to prove a death, has our banking system completely lost its human touch in the name of procedure? What does this say about the gap between government policies on paper and the reality faced by the poorest of citizens? And finally, in a country that talks so much about inclusion and welfare, how can such deep insensitivity still exist in our everyday institutions? Dr. Rajaram Satpathy, senior journalist, joining us from Odisha. Many thanks for taking out the time, sir. Professor Bijon Misra, consumer policy expert, with us on the broadcast as well. Gentlemen, it is a gut-wrenching story. Dr. Rajaram, does this incident reflect what tribal communities routinely face in accessing basic services, let's just say? Is the problem lack of awareness? Is the problem lack of sensitivity? Is the problem the extensive red tape that one has to go through? We've seen similar incidents across various states. Is this now turning into a pattern of governance failure? Your reading, your assessment.
You are absolutely right. This is a horrifying story, gut-wrenching story, absolutely. And this exposes the system, what we call the system. Actually, it is not the system. We man the system. System, it depends on we.
You're saying it exposes us. It exposes us.
It exposes us.
Yep.
And it exposes those people who are sitting in the bank in air-conditioned rooms, and it exposes how they really deal with the customers, how they really deal with the common people. Who are here common people? This person is a poor tribal person. He is illiterate. Somebody says that he was drunk. So what? Every tribal drinks. That has nothing to do with the thing of work. He went to the bank. What exactly happened in that bank? He went to the bank. Not once, several times. And what he was asking that his sister in her bank account had 19,300 rupees. And all that he requested the bank people to give that money to him. If you go through the papers, you will find that in her sister's elder sister's bank account, the total money was 19,300 rupees. Number one. Number
Yeah.
two, his elder brother was the nominee. The elder brother had died 2 years back, and the sister died 2 months back,
Yeah.
2 or 3 months back. Now the question is, the bank people should have handled this customer because they are all educated. They are all salaried people sitting in air conditioned rooms. Could they not handle this customer, illiterate tribal customer, in a very professional manner? They must not, it's a personal experience with everybody. Go to the bank, go to any government office, the people will deal with you, they behave with you in such a rude manner that you will feel like not going there. That must have been happened there. That exactly happened in this bank. The bank people did not show the required courtesy, or patiently they did not hear this person. Had they done that, had
Yeah.
they handled him politely, I think this matter would not have come to this pass. What they said, this gentleman went there, asked for money, then they said, they must have said, this is exactly, many people are saying, the bank people must have said, no, this is not your money, go and bring your account holder. The account holder, see, he said, he is no more, died. And then the bank people must have told him that in that case you go. They could have politely told him that this is your money, you are entitled to get all that we need, a death
You're right.
certificate.
You're right, Dr. Rajaram.
And
You're right.
that
This
precisely
story
they
has
did not
exposed
do.
us. But then we need something of this magnitude to happen to even, eyebrows move for heads to turn. And that's the saddest part. So what is more painful? Is it poverty itself, or is it the humiliation that comes from it? And something needs to happen, right? Even today, tribals feel the system is distant and it's inaccessible.
Tribal field system is distant because of this kind of incidents. Whenever they go to the bank, whenever they go to the government office, they find these people sitting like gods, and they behave like gods also. They behave like actually they were, as if they are the superior and all these people
It's
are
horrible. It's
inferior
horrible.
people.
You're absolutely right.
It's horrible.
Let me bring in Professor Bijon Misra as well. Let's take his understanding and opinion as well. Professor, how do we explain this contrast? Is this symbolic empowerment versus ground level suffering? We earlier spoke about how the president comes from a tribal community, and then for this particular gentleman, it's run around the pillar to post, just for a mere 19,300 rupees. Could be a wholesome for this particular man. It was. He had to exhume the sister's remains. Is this a governance failure? Is this a deep cultural issue with bureaucracy? What's your assessment here?
Kabir, my panel co-member, Dr. Rajaram, has almost covered everything. In fact, he has mentioned all what needs to be mentioned. I just want to add something to that.
Yeah.
You see, we make laws and regulations to facilitate the citizens.
Yeah.
We don't make laws and regulations to make them a barrier to the citizens or make life discomfort for the citizens. Laws are made by the lawmakers and the policymakers facilitate to make life easy for us. Is this what the life is made easy for? Are the regulations saying this? The regulation is saying, yes, he needs a succession certificate. I agree. He needs a succession certificate. The bank has to rise from their chair and come out of that bank premises to hold hand with this guy and take him to the magistrate or to whoever is required to give that certificate.
Absolutely.
Based on a death certificate, based on that there will be no further litigation with the bank on this money, some kind of an affidavit, some kind of a documentation which the bank should have facilitated.
I absolutely concur with you, Professor. Technology and digitization alone cannot solve this. The problem is more human than systemic.
Exactly. You see, what I want to tell you, Kabir, for the last 45 years, I am fighting for this only with the government. Whoever is the government. Cutting across party lines. You see, what I want to tell you is, we want laws to be implemented in order to facilitate, to make our life more easy, comfortable, and of quality. Now, this is not quality service. This bank manager's head must roll immediately. so that a message goes across to all the banks in the country that you can't behave with anybody like this. Forget about tribal or non-tribal. Forget about he was drunk or what not. Alcohol is sold in a legal manner to our consumers in the country. Alcohol is consumed in a legal manner. So he has not done anything illegal if he is drunk. Sorry. But the bank manager has to make sure that he rises from that chair, which he plonks and sits, and most of the time they're not found in the bank premises. They need to go out of the bank, hold hand of this guy, take him to the nearest magistrate or the nearest authority to ensure that he gets a succession certificate which is documented.
Yeah.
You see, my contention is very simple. I agree that the bank cannot get into a litigation tomorrow by somebody who claims that money belongs.
But the bank can hold hands when it's important.
You cannot make that person run for months together to access that money which belongs to him. Sorry. This is not accepted. I mean, the bank manager should have worked in a much more sensitive manner and again and again.
This is in a way Jitu presenting the death certificate, how he knows to present a death certificate.
Exactly.
He brought the actual remains. I mean, imagine the apathy that's at play over here. Dr. Satpathy, a little bit of a philosophical tone to this next question. Why does dignity become a privilege for the poor? And I'm asking you this because if this man hadn't taken the extreme step, nobody would have acted.
Whatever you are saying is correct. Had that man not taken this extreme step, the entire country would not have come to the rescue of this incident also.
Yeah. And that's a sad thing. Collectively, all of us. Which is why you said it in the beginning. This does not expose the system. We are the system. This exposes
we are the system. And by doing so, he has brought the attention of the entire country. And all people across the country, across the states, they must be now thinking that what is exactly happening in this country? We are talking about digitization. We are talking about a lot of modernization. But the people who are manning the system, look at their condition, look at their behavior, look at how they handle with the people. Not everybody. Now what these bank people are taking the selfie. Now what these bank people are saying? They are saying that he did not come repeatedly earlier to the bank. Fair enough. Let us assume they are telling the truth. But even when he came to the bank for the first time, why you did not handle him carefully? Could you not guess that he is illiterate? Could you not know that he is poor? Could you not know that he is not dressed as you are all dressed in the bank? Just because he is a poor man and he comes to the bank with a lungi.
And it's easy for you to hide behind procedures. It's easy for you to not move a muscle because the procedure says so.
Yeah, it is easy for everybody to hide behind procedures and all this. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that a bank cannot give even 1 rupee without proper evidence, without proper certificate. That everybody knows. Could you not politely tell that man, convince that man that this is your money? We are ready to give you. But all that we need 1 or 2 papers. If you are not getting it, we will help you get it.
Yeah.
But they didn't say. But they didn't say. That is why I said from the beginning, that it is everybody's experience, not this poor tribal's experience.
Yeah.
He has now drawn the attention of the whole country by doing this. All of us are not able to do that.
Yeah.
We are behaved in this fashion everywhere, not in the bank. You go to ask any educated person also. Go to the government office. You will be treated in the same way. That is
You're right. Apathy across the system. Apathy across the system. The red tape that is supposed to help us smooth the process is actually becoming the biggest obstacle. You know what, Professor Misra?
Another thing.
Another thing. Quickly, doctor. Quickly.
Why these bank people are taking shelter under procedure or system? Because he has drawn the attention of the country. And in Keonjhar district, Chief Minister's district, now there is an inquiry started. All these things have forced the bank people to take shelter under system and tell lies that he did not come earlier.
All right, Dr. Satpathy. Professor, final 30 seconds. I think you made excellent points in your opening submission. Final 30 seconds just to give you the last word.
You see, my final submission is there has to be clear-cut accountability put on these bank managers. They have to understand that they cannot take things for granted. Customer is the main source of their revenue, and they don't care about the customers in the manner they should. Today, the whole country is insensitive about the consumer. You know, let me tell you, Kabir, nobody is interested in the consumer who is making the economy move. Today, the whole economy moves because of that customer, that tribal who has deposited that money, 19,300 in the bank. They earn out of it. They are making profit out of it.
Yeah.
And you don't bother about these customers. Today, the country has to become customer centric. If they are not,
and that's the sad reality, Professor. I mean, you're a consumer policy expert yourself. If today an Indian goes to the United States, makes big bucks for themselves, then US is a big catalyst. And then we've lost out because of our system that couldn't be that catalyst. So this is not just a story about one man in Odisha, just like Dr. Satpathy was also saying. This is a story about how bureaucracy and red tape fails the common citizen everywhere. This is a story about a system where the poor must even prove death before they are actually believed. And lastly, this is the system that has not been exposed. It is us. We're the system, and we've been exposed. On that note, Professor Misra, many thanks for taking out the time. And Dr. Satpathy, many thanks for your insights on this gut-wrenching and this horrible story as well.